I like self-sabotage to when someone on our team cheers for the opposing team to win. And there's a sense of satisfaction at the end of the day. In this case, for our own mind, it functions similarly to the I told you so scenario, in that the mind validates dysfunctional assumptions about us that is associated with whatever negative position it is attempting to maintain control over. When you are constantly putting things off or leaving things until the last minute, if you pay attention, you will notice that there is a few seconds between when your inner wisdom, your instincts tell you to take some form of action before your mind will talk you out of it. If we only focus on the negative and ignore the positive, we can tell if we are sabotaging our efforts and ultimately our own life outcomes. We crave consistency, familiarity between our thoughts and how we perceive ourselves in the world, our behavior and what we put out there. And because we are all unique, the reasons why you self-sabotage may be completely different from the reasons why I did it, for a variety of reasons. There are reasons why we self-sabotage ourselves. We simply do not believe we deserve better, whether it is love or success, and we are afraid of being rejected or failing. If we do not believe we deserve both, we will try and avoid it. If we've seen mediocrity, failure, self-sabotage modeled in our family, if it is good but changed from what we've been used to, we'll sabotage ourselves. If we feel unworthy of the good thing, we will engage in self-destructive behaviors such as procrastination, drinking, eating poorly, or choosing to simply going out partying with our friends and wasting our time rather than studying to better our lives. So if I think I'm ugly, right, and my mind kept talking about my hands or how big my head is or something like that, my subconscious mind attacks my immutable characteristic non-stop, right? And one day I meet someone who shows interest in me. We got talking and that leads to a date or something. My behavior is inconsistent with how I perceive myself. Who would like someone like me, right? That's the mindset that will start building in my head. Probably my mind has tried to convince me it's impossible to love someone like me, okay? Guess what? My mind will continue to put me down, and then I'll ruminate and overthink my decision to have this date, and then I'll start trying to procrastinate, putting things to the last minute until maybe I'll arrive late for the date and my date has already left. Well, because they felt ghosted. My mind would then go on a rant when my date left or something. So the next time I try to get into a relationship, my previous experience serves as a defense mechanism to keep me from going on a date. We can identify behaviors that lead to self-sabotage all we want, but until we address the reasons for it and actively stop our self-sabotaging behaviors when they arise, the sooner and align our actions with what we want, the longer the cycle will continue in our lives. Why are overthinkers prone to anxiety? When every thought is critical and judgmental thought that spins around in our head, and we overthink and overanalyze every thought before acting, we will feel stressed and overwhelmed. I've previously discussed how our thoughts and feelings influence our behaviors, and how when we are stressed and overwhelmed, we tend to act ineffectively, resulting in zero being done. Prioritizing immediate gratification over long-term goals, in a sense. Self-excuses, fears, laziness, depression, anxiety, and procrastination are all inhibitive behavioral patterns and habits that must be overcome if we are to live more than a mediocre life. We have given our minds far too much freedom and control, and when you allow something, you get more of what you allow, in my opinion, and we need to rein in on those abilities. Our minds have become assertive, meanwhile the inverse ought to be the case. If we try to avoid or move around negative feelings or thoughts, they persist in our subconsciousness and manifest in our daily lives, usually in the form of self-destructive behaviors. Our higher self is constantly talking at us, but there is also a strong pull in the opposite direction. So we must keep an eye on our subconscious for destructive or negative behavior, actions, thoughts, thought patterns, and even emotions, and recognize and identify instances of ourselves doing so. It's past time for us to keep our foot down and take control of our lives. People who are assertive are at ease in their own skin. They are aware of how to express their feelings and where they want to go in life. I hope you got something out of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys, and bye.